so I've done most of this on my own time. Figured we should try to do one of them. The last one I've saved for on stream, because I did do the initial playthrough on stream. So prime, 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 not prime, prime. So prime is no hits under par time, which you could see here. What is the shortest one it expects you to hit? I see a 3 minute. Is there a 2 minute? No, just a couple 3 minutes. The boss fights are 3 minutes. The first two boss fights are 3 minutes. Averages out to like a 3.5 minute. Averages out to 3.5 minutes. Anyways. Yeah, that won't work. That won't work. What? Oh. The sharks can show up. Forgot about that. They show up early then, damn. That runs absolutely. This is probably the hardest one. Maybe. We have to two. Oh, we got hit there. That's a shame. This is gonna be a lot of routing. I don't know what I want to do about that shark. Those fuckers. Maybe I should wait till the last minute to break this open. Maybe a little too long of a wait there. Got it, back tip into it. There we go. We took a hit there. Okay, let's wait to break up open the nest. Oh, we're gonna get blocked by the... Where's the crab? There's the crab. Oh, from behind, my dude. There's another shark? My god. Oh, we're dead. How was that? For a trial run. 7 hits, easily part time. Okay, so we don't really have to deal with the big nest more than the first one. First one's good to just get us at a good start and, you know, start the run, so it's worth the risk. Though that is a bit of a risk. Oh, perfect. Oh, I fucking hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Unnecessary risk. Where's the crab? Okay, we gotta go. There do be death in the abyss. It's true though. Hello, potato. Good God. Alright, how about this? Oh, go, go, go. Where are the dragons? Gotta go, gotta go. Ooh, there was another shark? Already? Okay, we gotta go. Where is it? Where are they? Where's Nest? I overboosted, didn't I? God damn it. What the fuck? The sharks, though. Well, that was a good attempt until I overboosted. Have you been in this level a while? What's the hardest one for me? Finished the game last night. I'm doing the prime grinds now. And I started the grind as soon as I started stream, so let's see. So I did a full playthrough last week, one and done kind of session. And I did the prime grinds on my own time because I figured that would be a frustrating experience to stream. Some of them turned out to be not so bad, so I figured I would end the last grind on stream if I can. And this definitely feels like the hardest one. I didn't want to end on the final boss though, so we're here. Prime, 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 not prime. Thank you. Yeah, I played it within the first couple days, because I was eager to see what it was all about. I'm not sure how I feel about the final boss, but I like the game other than that. There's just a couple minor complaints. Go, go, go. Come on. Okay, unfortunate. I respect the dedication, though. It's a really tough game. I've had tougher, but it is tough, absolutely. It's a lot to manage simultaneously. That's the primary difficulty. Just remembering to account for everything. Not overboosting this enemy, that enemy, hazards. That is the primary difficulty aspect we got going on with this game. Which is a fun difficulty, kind of difficulty. I got it there, yeah. Routing it is kind of fun. I just wish there was some sort of I think my major complaint is that I wish there was some sort of radar. It feels bad getting clocked from behind. Okay, they can go frame 1 apparently. Where are you? Okay, the shark should be here. Shark's been dealt with. Too early. I'll probably do a recap of my prime grinds after this. They were variable between a half hour and an hour and a half. The other 8. Surprisingly, the boss grinds are easier. Maybe not surprisingly. The no-hit just feels so extreme of an ask sometimes because of the way you can just randomly get hit, or seemingly randomly. Fucking didn't see him there. My bad. It is a frustrating... It's almost not frustrating, but there is frustration that kind of just builds up over time. Oh, we're dead. Not sure if it's frustration elements that can be like ironed out, or if it's just part of the experience. That was too fast there. Who are they? I feel like there is a bit of a debuff in trimming it though, as well, like, which is why I didn't want to do all the grinds, the prime grinds here. Maybe it'll be fine. The way the opening nest in the air is random, where it shows up, definitely impacts how the opening's gonna go though. And I do want to get at least this one nest, even if I don't do any more of these. Okay, let's just focus on... Where are the dragons? Okay. I hear the fish. Where's the fish? I was too early, too fast. I wish the score, the indicator on the bottom left would stay open. I didn't have to tap it every time I reset it a run as well. Is another issue. A sticking point. Okay, so now it's so far away that the second I destroy it, I gotta go, I think. Now we go. There we go. Dark is here. Go. All right. Okay, charging up. Okay, something else should be spawning in by now. I forget what it is. No, god damn it. Where is it? Where's the fish? Go. I know I got hit already, but, you know, it's good to see if I can maintain it beyond this. Okay, go. Shark's back. Gotta go, gotta go. Alright. So that was one hit? One hit, god damn it. We almost had it. Alright. If not for those random ass flies. The random ass flies are just actually the worst thing. Because they're so hard to keep track of. Oh, I got hit there. At least with the big ones, you know when you're spawning those. The big flies, the big bees. These guys. Ah, okay. Rare hit from those. It's hard to know when the perfect time is to try to get boost through one of those energy balls. Okay, see that right there is a perfect example of the most frustrating aspect of the game. I had no idea, and there was no way to tell that one of those big flying guys is there, and they react so fast with their attacks when you're close enough that there is barely a chance to dodge it, even if you are aware that when you're aware they're there. And when you're not aware they're there, it's just like you're guaranteed to take a hit there, unless you're like constantly boosting. But it's so hard to manage a steady rhythm of boosting to a point where it's like, okay, I cannot boost anymore, but I know I'm safe. Like, that's impossible feeling. Gotta go. Enemies? Dragon. Okay, rare shark death. I accept that. I got too close. Trying to lure him away from the nest. The shark eating one or two nests is fine if you can avoid taking hits, but damn. Gotta go, gotta go. Fucking hell. What if... Terrible timing there. This is a fitting final challenge, though. Took a hit there because it's so hard to just account for things behind you. I don't know if the rear view mirror is meant to like be a way of mitigating that, but like it's a little too much. I'm not using that mechanic, sorry. That feature. Where's the other dragon? Grab. I'm not making it. God damn it. I thought it was far closer. I didn't know that the crabs destroyed them, actually. First time I saw that happen. Maybe, even if it happened previously, that's the first time I actually saw it. Oh, perfect. Not perfect. It's so rough. Okay, go. I mishit the boost there. Boosted way too early. Okay, where's the dragon? God damn it. That fly spawned a little too close to the nest. I should have tried to, like, go for a different nest at that point, but it was... I was tunnel visioned. What can I say? God damn, I hate when they're like that. The 2 bullets. That's why you always gotta make sure those dragons, the dragon population stays down. Again from the rear. Some sort of indicator, you know, just so you know from a glance that there's something behind you. You can't keep playing like there's always something behind you. It just really fucks everything up. Too early. It is so frustrating. And it's minor building up, slow build up kind of way. You lose enough runs to the same thing, and you start to just be like, Die? I hear the shark. Okay, we got that far again. Nope, dodge it. Where's the crab? I lost. There's so much started happening at the same time. My brain shut down. Fuck. I wonder if the sharks are on a timer where you kill one, the next one spawns after X amount of time, because that would explain why that happened. Too many dragons, too many dragons. God damn it. The fucking boost damage, I feel, is unnecessary, but I guess you could just... Maybe I just want it slightly adjusted for my specifications, and I'm just whining. Where? See, again, I had no idea that guy was behind me. Like, I guess you listen for sound cues and hope for the best. Alright. Dude, there's so many of these fuckers now. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Should have let that one keep going. Okay, we just gotta... Oh, hi. Really? God, it's exhilarating, but goddamn. Are you? I feel like that bullet weaved me. It didn't, but it does feel like that happened there. I'm gonna try carrying it or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that was unavoidable. There's a dragon. Again, right out of my view. I love when enemy shows up that I have no idea is there, and I take damage from enemy that I have no idea is there. Not sure what happened there, but I will accept that one. I feel like the game needed to be a little more refined if it's going to be asking for prime rings. But you know, I'm still going for it, so what does that say about me? There. Where's the dragon? There's the dragon. There he is, the guy. Nice. Not sure what happened there, but I accept it. I wish the collection frames for the dash were also a little tighter, or not tighter, smoother. Dragon. Where are you? Okay, dragon. Is the fish active? The fish is active. Well, okay. Did the shark eat it? Because I didn't lose progress there, so I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, see what happened there? Okay, crab's active. Dude, fuck off. I feel like that charge was intentionally a second longer to fuck with me. I don't know how I took a damage there. I took 2 even. I don't know where that came from. From behind the nest. That is incredible. 1 second. Longest 4 minutes of my life. Not really. Here we go. Stop trying to get me from the sides. Where are these goddamn dragons at? Fucking hell. Was that it? We're done. Fucking hell. Installed nuclear pulse. Powered by flawless execution, systems overflow with nuclear energy. Enter code 666 to unleash it in combat. Usage will not override mission score. 666. Cool, there's a reward for doing all that. Hell yeah. Apex. Prime all missions. 1% of people got this. It's always interesting to note, I think I said this last time, but maybe I didn't, that how the percentage of people who get a difficult achievement is a variable of how popular a game is and how difficult achievement is. A careful balance of the two. 666. So in the mission itself, maybe? Let's see. Do we just get it infinitely? Cool. Not the one I was looking for. Is it the one I'm looking for? That is extremely powerful. Error. Null. Funny. Alright. Oh wow, that didn't kill you. You're a tanky buddy. Did he do that at... He's still wow, he's still alive after 2 of those? I can do it too now. You're not special. Ow. I think I broke it. Oh, then we don't have to fight. True ending unlocked. Alright, so to go over the prime ranks real quick. This one was fine. This took less than a half hour. This one was probably one of the hardest ones, but that was partially due to trying to get into the flow state of what it means to not get hit and maximize their time. As you can see, I barely got this one. I barely got both of these actually, huh? Like I was still kind of getting a feel for what I needed to do. Like it's a large part is optimizing the nest explosions, absolutely. Jellyfish boss, as you can see, like if you know what you're doing, you could really get that thing killed pretty quickly. It was partially like shooting down the tentacle a bit before getting onto the turret pod section on the front side, and then just boom, 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 knocking them all off one after another. This one was like a half-hour grind as well. So half hour, hour, and it's almost an hour and a half hour. Then these three in a row kind of followed a similar flow as like I was doing at the start of Metamorphosis, where like you destroy the hive nest that's flying in the sky, spawn the enemies, use the nest on the ground to thin them out, the ones chasing you. Um, this one I want to say was these were each like in the 45 minute to hour range. This one might have been a little over an hour or on the mark, slightly longer. Having to account for the sharks and the giant thing going around eating the nest and costing you progress. Like that didn't get me too much. I think in general, going up to larva stage, larva really made this one easy. By the way, just having the death beam like that was really fun to route that. In general, it was fun to figure out the routing here, where you show the flying nest and then you bait the enemies into the exploding nest on the ground. Just the issue of like the worker bee enemies with their melee attacks, like they sneak up behind you. That's it. You really can't do anything about that. Like that's really frustrating. The audio cues are not enough because you're just so. At least for me, maybe it's a skill issue for me, where like I can't account for that because I'm too busy dodging what's in front of me visually, and I am not checking that rearview mirror. I just can't. It's hard enough for me to get the horizontal attacks going up and down with the thrusters. Maybe a skill issue, maybe. There would be I would lose the occasional run to the boost, overboosting. Like I'm just like enjoying the boost too much. I'm like, okay, gotta get out here, go, go, go. Whoa, wait, I overboosted. Now I took a damage. That's the run. Um, Sometimes you would lose the runs to like the queen lasers, but that's fine and valid. Like I like having to parry them to death from a distance and not mostly not worrying about them. Once there's two versions, you have to kind of micromanage a little bit to make sure they're not both active at the same time because it gets hard to dodge two lasers at the same time if they're at a bad tempo. Um, the dragons. no issues with the dragons and their bullets. You just kind of have to keep on top of killing them and making sure there's not too many of those around either. Jellyfish fight also in general pretty good once you understand what it's doing. So like again, from stages 1 to 6, no issues aside from like the fact that things could be behind you and you just have no way of knowing. And then they could do their melee and they're just like it's such an instant attack that you just like, oh well, there goes the prime run. And in general, like casual play, it's also a bad feeling if you're trying to survive. Returnal boss, surprisingly not bad. Another half-hour grind, ish, maybe 40 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. It's fun to because like you shotgun tech that guy to get this helmet off, or at least that's what I was doing. And there was a lot of shotgunning in general in this one. Like rare usage of that. And unlike the actual casual play where you want to like get the little nest things along its body to keep yourself alive and heal your damage, if you're going for the prime rank, you don't need to worry about that. You just focus on the head. Mother, the final boss, it's just it needed. I think it needed to be fine-tuned a bit more. Mostly in the tornado attack, the tornado debris attack, because like you'll get sucked in, and then the rocks will just come from out of you again, out of you issue, where they like come in from like they come in at a fast pace from the ground, and like you can't really see below you. You're like focused on doing the damage, so it's like whoop, you took a hit from a rock that's getting drawn up from the ground. Like it's I understand the purpose of the tornado attack and like okay, they're coming in from the sides. Go if I'm going against the current, I just need to move up or down or into the boss or away from the boss. Like I get that part, but like to have a rock just like at the start of the attack just like wham, like I started trying to like be out of far away and then at the start of the tornado attacks and then I would move in to try to avoid that happening, but it still happens once or twice. Bad feeling. Most of the other attacks, no issues, I think. I'm trying to think. Um, just difficult, but in a fair way. I think it's just that tornado debris attack that is a little tilting and a little unrefined feeling. My Metamorphosis right now, I mean, that was just happening, so I don't have to really explain how that was going all that much. It was just the same issue where, like, the melee little worker bee guys getting behind you. Micromanaging the sharks and the crabs and everything else, it always felt fair. Like, oh shit, I didn't get the crab in time, now everything's a mess. Or, oh shit, the shark is loose and I'm not able to deal with that right now. That's on me. Was not keeping it in mind, or the explosions. Like, oh shit, I missed the explosion. My bad. Like, why suffer? I'm done, Yuki. We're done suffering. I got my achievement. Everything's primed. Everything's no damage. But why did I go through with it? If that's what you're asking, because I wanted to see if I could. And like I said, the first grind was like a 30-minute thing. This one, if this one took longer, like an hour and a half, like this was the longest grind probably, and I was doing them in order except for this last stage. If this one had taken any much longer, then that would have felt a little bit like, but we got through it. Then the first boss went down pretty quick, and I was like, okay, this is seeming pretty manageable. Like, and since I was doing it on my own time, I was kind of just, you know, very comfortable with my, like, a little bit here this evening, a little bit here this evening. So, like, I was slowly inching through them all. And I think the game shines most when you're micromanaging all the enemies, the various enemies. There are the 3 bosses, and the first 2 bosses were pretty good. Like, it's just this last boss with that one attack that kind of, like, sours the experience. And, this being the final, like, actual enemy gauntlet, like, everything just feels good. So, like, my issues are... Let's go here. So my issues are like this status in the corner that I'm toggling on. Every time you reset, it's just not there, and I wish it was there. I just wish it was there. Like I could toggle, like I don't know, like it would like in this way that it remembers whether it was active or inactive on the previous run. Like, oh, okay, I'm resetting. It's active. Let's keep it on. Or it's not active. We're resetting. Let's keep it off. Like, I wish that was a thing, because I kept having to check it to make sure I hadn't taken a hit. Because sometimes I'll pull it up and I'm like, oh, I took a hit. I probably overboosted. But yeah, to demonstrate like the plan for these stages 4, 5, and 6, I would be like, okay, we destroy this nest, enemy spawn from it. Let's bait them over here, and that's basically how you route that. And then you got to deal with these guys. Gotta be like, okay, he's eating that. Get rid of that, so you don't do that. Obviously, I want to be taking hits throughout all this. Now they're both active, so you see the problem there. And the way they take damage from the parries is really great, so you don't have to worry about those shooting those down too much. I would shoot them down occasionally to avoid the double queen situation. Like, in general, the flow state of this game is pretty damn good. It's almost perfect. It's just when one of these worker enemy B types with their little melee attacks, they spawn in behind you, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm dodging enemy, and it's like all of a sudden they're just there, you know, like that's the only real issue with the game, with the worker enemy B type enemies. Like I wish there was a radar or some sort of like mild UI thing that tells you, oh, there's something behind you, watch out, something you could quickly reference, because in general the game has like the rear view mirror that I think is supposed to be that, but like I am not touching this button. I'm too busy with what's in front of me to be like, oh, let's dedicate some mental bandwidth and hit this thing behind me to see what's going on back here. That's just not it. That's just not it. Also, can I do it from what menu can I do it from? Life forms. So yeah, my mild issues are with the specifically what they're over here, right somewhere. Stalkers, the stalker enemies, the like the where is it? The little ones, the scavengers. The scavengers can also do this, where they'll be behind you and you just don't know, and they could hit you, but their hitbox is so small that it's easier to like just weave around them. Like sometimes you'll just get unlucky, but with these guys, like they're specifically targeting you, and they'll just get you. You know, like they're really hard to dodge, even if you know, even if if you have full view of them, they're really hard to dodge. So like this is the only problematic enemy in any capacity, really. These meta bugs, which are there as like a power boost, you kill them and you get a power boost. It's not present in the last level gauntlet I was just doing, curiously, but I think that's fair. It's meant to be like a good final challenge kind of aspect, but having that present for all the previous stages is really nice as a way of curbing the enemy management. Like you don't necessarily need it, but it helped encourage me to go through it all, the prime ranks. What else? And then the issue with the last boss, tornado debris attack. Other than that, the only other issue I might have is that some of the enemies are underutilized. Like the crabs barely show up. They're really cool, but this guy only shows up in the second level, and that's really a crime. I feel like there should be another level where this guy can show up, because this guy is really cool, has a cool vibe, with the way it has its little creepy ass lullaby. I don't mind that myself. Maybe players weren't happy about that, testers, but I thought this enemy deserved a second level. There's this enemy at least that shows up twice, which is cool, and a buildup of this, but like this specific enemy, I feel should have shown up at least one more time. Parasite 2. Oh, this is an upgrade. The dragons are an upgrade of this thing. Okay. This enemy also only shows up in this one level that I'm currently on, the second level, and I think that's unfortunate. I feel like one more level to utilize Parasite 1 and Crab 1 would have been nice. I don't think there's any other underutilized enemy. I think every other enemy shows up at least 2 levels. Yeah. Just double checking. Shark shows up enough. Bloodworm is like a part of one of the boss attacks. I guess having this show up randomly would have been okay. Maybe. I'm surprised they didn't do the smaller version of boss thing. They didn't need to. It's just a neutral kind of surprise. Like didn't need to happen. I'm wondering if another boss would have been cool. Like I feel like another boss would have been fine as well. I like time and budget and all that probably dictated 9 levels, but in an ideal scenario, probably 2 more levels and 1 more boss fight. So 12 levels maybe? so that those enemies I mentioned could have a little more breathing room somewhere in like this range before we hit the ocean floor in level 4. Like that would be my ideal iteration of this game, and I think that's all I have to say on the game. Pretty damn good otherwise. It delivers on the promise of Devil Daggers, but with checkpoints, essentially, with the occasional boss as well that you could just focus on. Wow. I'll be honest, I didn't believe you could do it. Color me impressed. Where did you even find this game? I forget. I forget if it was Twitter algorithm. It might have been in Twitter algorithm moments. Or it was part of one of those Steam demo fest things where it was like, oh, this one looks up my alley. I think it was advertising itself as Devil Daggers to an extent. I didn't mean to do that. Devil Daggers to an extent. Here, let's quit this out. Um, which is a game I am well familiar with. There's an achievement in that game that took me here. Let me check my playtime on Devil Daggers. It's a very similar kind of yeah. So 134 hours to get the one achievement of the game. 130 hours maybe. Anyways, so this game was advertising itself as Devil Daggers and Star Fox and some other game. I forget the name of and I'm unfamiliar with. Let me turn the phone off now that I have this quit out. And Devil Daggers appealed to me, and when I played the demo, I realized, oh, it's Devil Daggers with checkpoints. And my biggest issue with Devil Daggers was the fact that it's a game where you're supposed to go through the whole thing without checkpoints. So you're 5 minutes into the run, you die, you gotta start all the way at the top. And the start of the run, it gets very repetitive after 75 hours, maybe 50 hours even. So having a game that was that but with checkpoints was the biggest draw for me. But also, Star Fox has not been what it once was. So having a nice little shooter game like this that is in that vein, not quite obviously, but in that vein, um, also kind of scratched an itch that was long dormant. Hello, Lorgan. If I am not too late to GG, then GG. Yeah, we did GG. We did GG. So we are good to depart from this mortal coil. But yeah, $20 is a price that again might be too much for how short of a game it is, but also it's partially the difficulty. If you feel you will struggle with the game for longer than I did, then it's probably the right price. I still feel it was the right price because I don't buy games too often, especially on release. So it's cool to just find a very niche game that fits what I want and send some money to the way of the dev and hope they continue thriving and all that. But yeah, good game, pretty good game, pretty good game. Just the minor issues, and they're not big issues. It's just for the prime ranks, the B thing is really tilting after a small tilt build up over time over enough failed runs, and the final boss thing is like, well, I enjoy the second and first boss a lot more as a result. But that's fine, I think. Oh yeah, I did get enough hours. 12.3. I think it was like 5 hours to beat the game initially, so it was an extra almost double that to get the all the perfect ranks. I mean, the last half hour was me just kind of enjoying the reward briefly. So yeah, 12 hours probably. Actually, let me check the. Was it 5 hours? I still have it highlighted, right? Yeah, it was 5 hours. But yeah, that was Death in Abyss. If you enjoy Double Daggers and Star Fox, that's all you need to know really.